Today on the Giant Goat Marketing Show, we'll be talking about what is AI Slop, how we can identify it, what we can do to fix it, and then we'll put John to the test. It's hard to go anywhere these days without running into AI generated content, whether it's genuine or disingenuous. It is all over and it is hard to avoid. If it's AI slop or it's undetectable copy, it's everywhere. I know I use it on a very day-to-day basis in my job. It's in everything. It's embedded in everything. It's only becoming more prominent in software and tools, and it has unlimited use potential, good and bad. But today we're looking at some fails and what caused them. We're going to start off with the Coca-Cola holiday campaign from past holiday season. Left a bad taste in people's mouths because it felt inauthentic. Coca-Cola is a very prominent advertiser, very known brand, very respected brand, and loved by many across the world. And this is what they came up with. The ad featured distorted trucks, uncanny facial features, and an absence of warmth that just made the original iconic headlines feel missing. Nostalgia cannot be automated. That is one of the big things that comes from prompting, and people want to see the company they believe in and have believed in for years produce the right kind of thing. Now let's move on to AI slop. What is AI slop? Mass-produced, low-quality content that's pumped out, just the default output when brands want to replace storytelling with software. Even cultural institutions aren't immune. The Queensland Orchestra created an advertisement featuring two people, a couple, attending the orchestra trying to draw people out to their crowd. And you can tell how AI generated it is, and I think it did more harm than good. While a funny use case, it's something that needs to be seriously considered by prompters and businesses to actually take the time to create something that their audience can resonate with. So today we're going to dive into what are the differences between AI and human-generated content, and if John can tell the difference between AI copy and real copy. And we will dissect what are the differences between these two types of content, and if it's easy enough to spot with the naked eye or if it requires a little more diving in, and we can talk about what it takes to fix it. All right, welcome back to the Giant Goat Marketing Show. Today I'm here with AI Copy Master, just AI Master in general. And today I'm going to see if you can figure out what is real and what is AI in some popular copyright lines from brands past and from brands future with AI. So, yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Pretty good. I'm nervous. AI's gotten pretty good in the last little bit. I'm curious to see how good, I guess, it's gotten compared to what we mere humans can accomplish ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know how much you know about old 60s campaigns too, so it's not like it'll be anything you've heard before, but we'll see.
I probably
All right,
don't know as much as ChatGPT does.
that's true. Here's your first one. Empower your lifestyle with seamless connectivity that never lets you pause.
Do I need to figure out what this ad is for too?
Tell me what you're thinking as you work through it, I guess.
Okay. I'm grateful to have this think about it section. Could this be selling cell phones, yoga? I guess it wouldn't be cell phones if it's in the 60s. Yoga,
Wow, they're
refrigerators.
not all from the 60s, but somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that never lets you pause seems like it's maybe selling TVs or something, but I'm gonna go right off the bat and say that this is AI.
Yeah, you're gonna be correct. Too generic. It's not emotionally attached. It kind of sounds robotic. Good, and I'm glad I'm glad you get the first one.
Did you have it right that with a specific brand or product in mind, or was
No,
that
no,
just a generic?
that's
Okay.
just generic. Yeah, they do get a little more specific though.
Okay.
Okay, number two here. When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Okay. Are these all old or are any of these modern?
No, some are modern. Some are modern.
Because this seems like either Amazon or like UPS or something.
Okay.
And your consider this is what I was thinking as well. Like using two words words that mean the same thing in a row makes me think that this is human ingenuity.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It is a FedEx Canada, the
FedEx.
late 70s. Yeah. So no, you're right. I'm right. I've never noticed. Is that double? I don't know, double adjective kind of thing. Is that not an AI thing? Like it wouldn't write with that kind of tone.
I think if you wanted it to do something like that, you'd have to get pretty specific with your prompting and probably be pretty iterative in terms of like, okay, write a tagline for us that's very human and very, very personable and has a lot of character rather than writing something that is streamlined.
Right. There you go. Well, on to the next one, and I'm kind of excited for this one because I think you're gonna get it right away. And there's a dead giveaway.
Oh, hmm.
The goal M
Hmm.
dash. Yeah. No.
I was just talking with someone else about this morning, and chat actually said to this person, don't use M dashes because it looks like AI. And then they outputted their copy and it had an M dash in it. And it's like, even chat is aware that this is an AI
Yeah.
headline, but it still does it anyway. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah. Exactly. You're gonna get right on. Yeah. And it didn't even mention itself that it knew that it was an M dash thing. It just said about the tagline. But I feel like it was pretty obvious. Next one here. At 60 miles an hour, the loudest noise in this new Rolls Royce comes from the electric clock.
That sounds very human. Yeah, I think that is human ingenuity.
Yeah, that's correct. Funny, one of my childhood best friend's dad's name is David Ogilvy, but that does not happen to be the same guy. So this one's human. I can kind of tell too, but
David Ogilvy, I think, was the father of advertising.
there you go. I didn't know that either. So learning more here too.
I
All
knew
right,
that Doug has mentioned his name on multiple occasions, so I knew that name from somewhere.
there you go. Could have used that the other way around, I suppose. Could have had it right like David Ogilvy, and then yeah,
That would be an interesting thing is get it to write like David Ogilvy.
yeah. And here's our next one: transform your home into a sanctuary of smart choices built for tomorrow's living. I don't know. The first thing I hear or think of when I hear this is smart homes and on and but you tell me.
The word transform sounds AI to me. This also seems like AI follows a very consistent sentence structure.
Hmm.
Like it always starts with an active verb. It's
Okay.
always like empower this, transform this, uncover this.
Okay.
Whereas if we read the last one from David Ogilvy, it started with like at 60 miles an hour. I don't
Yeah.
think AI does that very often unless you specifically ask it to. So I'm going to say that this is AI.
5 for 5 here. That is correct. That is AI generated. That's very interesting too, because now that you say that, that is a pretty good giveaway for much of these. So there you go.
It is an interesting, like, if you think about it psychologically, I think that it's trying to be very to the point and very like encouraging action from whoever's reading the copy. So it's like transform your living space, and someone's like, okay, yeah, like how do I transform my living space? So I think there is merit to it, and there is a method to it in writing copy. Like if you're giving your readers and your audience this, here's this action that you should be performing, and then they go, okay, well, I didn't realize I was supposed to be doing this. How do I do this? Who's going to
Right.
help me do this? And then boom, your product. So I think there is merit to it, but it definitely like you can't overuse it. And there's also merit to writing something that stands out more and doesn't just seem like another ad.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's contextual too, really, because you're right. If it was like transforming your home living space, then yeah, that word transform makes sense. But if you're a big company trying to push that makes sense. But say you're a small business kind of trying to be empathetic with it. How do you want to emotionally connect with somebody? I don't think that'd be the way you want to go, right? I guess it's all contextual, but
Yeah, I think that is a good point too of the emotional aspect to it. Like all of these AI ones that we've read have not elicited any emotions and they don't really set a specific scene. Like the
right.
David Ogilvy one, you read that and you can picture yourself shifting gears in a car and you have the new car smell and
Yeah.
you can put yourself in that situation. But if you're like transform your living space, I'm like, what does that look like? Like
Yeah.
what I don't know what you're trying to get me to do actually. It's too broad, it's too vague.
Yeah, a couple $1 million later too, and that Rolls Royce would sound pretty cool, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, that's a good point. Okay, here's the next one here, because so much is riding on your next set of tires, and I think based on what we just said, that's pretty evident what's going on here. That that paints a picture that instows a bit of emotion, like, hey, I got my family in the car, maybe I do want these nice tires. I don't
Yeah.
think I need to ask you on this one, but
Yeah, this one definitely makes you feel something. Clever use of words. Not that chat can't also write puns, but this one's nice because it is to the point, but it's creatively to the point. It's not get new tires. It's not telling you to do anything. It's saying you consider that there's weight to this. This is a big decision. We'll help you make that decision kind of vibes. So yeah, this is human.
absolutely, and that is correct as well. Goodyear from the 1980s. You're gonna want to pay extra for that little bit of tire. You know, but yeah, on to the next one here. Unleash next generation comfort where innovation meets luxury in every drive.
This is our AI sentence structure again.
Yeah,
Unleash this,
yeah,
transform this. Like it's unleash next generation comfort where innovation meets luxury in every drive. Yeah, it just sounds a little too wordy. Like you think about like one of the nice things in ads is simplicity. I think AI missed the mark here in terms of simplicity. You compare this to the last one.
yeah.
The last one could be read by a 5-year-old and completely comprehended. But if you read this, there's just a lot of big words that they're thrown at you, and not like super big words, but like just like long words to say, and
Absolutely.
it's just a mouthful,
Yeah.
and so it's got to be AI.
This isn't gonna stick in somebody's head either, right? You hear that
No,
last one, and that's there. That's something you carry with you. But yeah, you are correct. Could sell a sofa or a spaceship too. It's not specific enough. It's exactly
that's
exactly.
that's a good point that you bring up too with the memorability of it. I remember, I in my head, I still remember the David Ogilvy one. I remember the Goodyear one,
Yeah.
but I can't remember any of the AI ones that we've read so far, other than the first words.
Yeah, and I made this, and I couldn't tell you honestly. Yeah, that's a good point too, and that's what they say too. The memorable ad campaigns, they stick with you. They make you wanna, like, think fast food too. They make you drive by McDonald's and go, hey, I kind of might want to pull in here, might want to piece. So it's that kind of thing. But
Yeah, do you think AI could have come up with "I'm loving it"?
well, probably not. And if it could, it would have been a little too late. But yeah, no,
If you
I don't
pitched
think so.
that, if you pitched that slogan to chat, it would say that
Awful.
it doesn't have enough SEO keywords in
Yeah,
it.
exactly, exactly. Not gonna return a good AI search. So yeah, here's our next one here. The man in the Hathaway shirt looks as if he's been everywhere, done everything, and can handle anything. This is a.
Hmm.
I like this one. I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one too, and I think this is another good like example of what I was saying in the last one, where it's like this is still a mouthful, but it doesn't feel as complex of a concept.
Hmm.
Like I think this is human, but it's a long tagline, but it has a good flow to it. And
Absolutely. All
and
right.
another good thing, another good copywriting tip, I guess, is like good things come in threes. So when you're writing a list of stuff, it's nice that they said been everywhere, done everything, and can handle anything. It rolls off the tongue nicely.
Absolutely. And you're right. It is in fact human, and it is also David Ogilvy.
David Ogilvy.
Yeah, you're right. It tells a story again. It makes me think about, hey, I kind of want to be that guy in the shirt. Maybe this will help me, get everything together. So yeah, it definitely created a sensation for me, at least when I heard it the first time. So
I don't even know what Hathaway shirts are,
no,
but
me either.
might have to do some research after this.
Out of business potentially. Who knows?
Yeah, do they still exist?
Not for lack of their advertising though. Yeah. On to the next one here. Pretty much the only thing that's changed in the new Volkswagen Golf is everything.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I like the analysis of this because I was kind of thinking the same thing is it clever or is it AI trying to be clever?
right.
I feel like this one's the hardest one
Yeah, yeah.
so far, but I unless you gave this chat more context on this one, I don't think it would have come up with this.
Okay, okay.
And so, but I'm not sure how much you gave it. So I think I got to stick with that. This is human. It just trust my gut.
9 for 9, John. 9 for 9. Very impressive. Yeah. Redesigned for the new Volkswagen. It's realistic. It's whole. There's a bit of humor, right? It's everything you want to see. But I was trying to throw in a little bit of a tougher one there for sure. So and
I think you could get chat to output that. Like if you said that you wanted it to be witty, but not like hitting the nail on the head. Be witty, be playful with words. Like I think you could get it to do something like that.
well, that's the lesson for this. We'll discuss. But here, I'll move you on to your last one here. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Think small.
Think small. What
That's
would this
tough.
be?
That is tough.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you could figure out what you think it's for too, that
What
would be
would
another
this be
step.
for? Think small. Think small is I'm the first thing that my brain goes to is like cell phones or like an iPod or something where they like there was a point where everything was getting smaller before it all
Got
started
bigger.
getting bigger again.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like if I had to guess, I would say this is for like an iPod shuffle or something. But I'm gonna say that's tough. Think small. Think small seems too nuanced for AI to come up with. So I'm gonna guess that that's human, but I'm not confident on this one.
Okay, well, you were right, and you went 10 for
Nice.
10. It is another Volkswagen.
Um,
Very impressive, I gotta say. I don't think I could have probably got them all, but when you break it down, like you said, tone wise and emotion wise, here's some of the key takeaways too. It mimics the tone, not the truth. Real creativity comes from empathy, risk, and taste. And if you can't tell the difference, learn how to write like a human again. I think where this moves us to is your prompting. Even you had said for the Volkswagen one, if you gave AI enough information, it could probably come up with something like that. I think that's an example to people like to understand how you're prompting and understand what you're giving these bots. What they can do with it is what you're giving them, right? And it needs to be wholesome. It needs to be realistic. It needs to follow those guidelines, like you said. It's not just lazy. It's lazy prompters more so, I think. And
yeah,
that's kind of the big lesson from this is that it takes time to make it the right way. You can't skip out on the effort. You just need to train it the way you want it to do it.
yeah. And I think this is a good example that speaks to how valuable human creativity still is, even though we have all of these tools that make life and work easier now, it still requires the human brain, whether that's in the form of writing your own tagline, whether that's in the form of writing really good prompts, or whether that's in the form of editing your AI outputs. We still need to be using our own humanity to be writing these things because at the end of the day, they're being read by other humans. So I still feel like the authenticity of something when it comes to something like this, like a tagline, like a slogan, people are pretty good at spotting authenticity and inauthenticity. So Yeah, this was a cool exercise. I that was fun.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for taking to prove how good you are potentially. And I think your job is safe for sure. So
Yeah, I'm no David Ogilvy, but
that's right. So with that, we conclude episode 1 of My Giant Goat Marketing Show series. We learned that prompting is important, context is important, and in the next episode, we're going to look at how we can prompt properly to fix some of these problems and move towards what we actually want to see created. Thank you for listening today, and we will see you next time.